Hey, so I was wondering about George Santos and the asteroid Damocles, right? The sword of Damocles hanging over your head by a thread. And I was wondering if Damocles showed up prominently in George's chart because, he is definitely has a sword of Damocles hanging over his head right now. And of course, that made me think of Kevin McCarthy. So with Santos, he doesn't have transiting Damocles doing anything particularly large in his chart, but he does carry a Venus Damocles conjunction in his natal chart, his birth chart. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. What I did find was fascinating. Here's something for you guys: is Kevin McCarthy has transiting Damocles at the squaring the midpoint of his Moon Neptune conjunction. Now, midpoints are new. We don't do a lot of talking about midpoints, but here's what's important. When we look at the midpoint of the Moon Neptune conjunction, which McCarthy has angular, by the way, we want to look at the rulerships of that Moon Neptune because Damocles is threatening too, and it's got to be what this whole thing about trying to get that speaker seat, what was so damn important to him. Just the whole thing is hinky, right? But this Moon Neptune midpoint is the kicker here. This is the fuse. So if we look at the rulerships of the Moon and Neptune in his natal chart, this would involve third house, communications, documents, local affairs, and also the 11th house, groups and associations. So I'm going to hazard a guess that right now the Sword of Damocles hanging over Kevin McCarthy's head has to do with his associations and groups he belongs to, specifically private, little groups that nobody knows about, and he does not need revealed or discovered. We won't have long to find out because that Damocles asteroid is exactly squaring that Moon Neptune midpoint. So the lid should come off of this fairly quickly. And of course, with as much protecting of George Santos as he's doing, he's literally just making this worse for himself. So let's see.